Okay, I know I look like complete shit in this video, but I'm only making it so I can help other people have a happy, committed relationship. And I'm going to give you guys some points and advice so you can have it too. Number 1, stay faithful and loyal. If you are a cheater and you just cannot stay faithful, then you really shouldn't be in a relationship. And if you're a person that cheats on others just because you got cheated on in the past, I think you really need to reevaluate yourself, get over yourself, and realize that you're hurting someone just as bad as you were hurt in the past. Communication is definitely key. A lot of the time, people have known each other for a long time, then they know how to talk to each other. But if you haven't known each other for long and you haven't really explored each other yet, then you're going to have to learn how to communicate together. Because, you might say something wrong and you'll have to learn that you can't say certain things anymore because your partner might take it the wrong way or hear it the wrong way. Other people can communicate greatly and they just click in that part of their relationship. But if you don't, then you guys are going to have to learn how to speak with each other. That also goes for messaging or texting. Gotta remember there is no tone of voice in that stuff, and you might take things the wrong way. Which goes to my next point, don't assume. If your partner says something or writes something that you took the wrong way, make sure you don't assume and you ask so you can really understand what's going on, whether you're right or wrong, because if you assume, it can put a strain on your relationship and really hurt it. Also, don't put your relationship out on a social networking site or out on the internet anywhere. I used to do it where I had problems and me and my boyfriend would fight, and I would post it on Facebook. It wasn't because I wanted to start a fight or whatever, it was because I felt like I could put my feelings out there and what was going on and erase it and be over and done with. But that's not what happens. What happens is that everyone else sees it, and they give you advice, and normally that advice is to break up with the person. And your friends also get a very bad view of your partner. So it's unfair for your friends because they don't get to know the real person that you're dating, and it's also unfair to your partner because they look like a total jackass. And I'm glad that I stopped doing it for pretty much the last year and a half or more of their relationship because I realized how fucked up it was. Be willing to listen, explain, understand, forgive, and listen. That's a lot of stuff. But we all make mistakes, we all fuck up somewhere, and you have to be willing to not assume, like I said, but sit down and listen to what your partner has to say so they can explain themselves and give you the reasons why they did what they did or said what they did. And they have to be willing to let you explain how you feel. So it's not one-sided, obviously. You have to understand. You have to be really understanding because a lot of the time people won't get why someone did something and they, overreact and make it a lot worse than what it is. And you have to forgive because if you can't forgive yourself and you can't forgive your partner, then the relationship won't work. I promise it will not work. Because if you can't really forgive someone, then it's just going to keep going in your head like a vicious circle over and over again, and you're going to bring it up later on, and it's just not going to work. And you have to be willing to learn and grow and mature with your partner, because if you're a great partner together, like you guys are great partners, you will grow and mature as a couple together rather than growing apart from one another. Don't bring up the past and don't think about it. Bringing up the past doesn't help, especially when you get into arguments and you use it as ammo to make your partner feel bad or to feel like you won an argument. It doesn't help, doesn't make anything better, it only makes things worse. So bringing up the past, huge no-no. Also, don't think about who your partner used to fuck. Don't think about who they used to date or who they used to love or anything, because it'll only bring your self-esteem down lower and it'll only change your point of view on your partner. So you need to remember to let go of all the stuff that's happened in the past. Don't bring it up. And you guys can have a happy relationship and move on with the future rather than being stuck in the past. Give and receive effort. That means that it is not one-sided at all. Let's say you have a low self-esteem. Your partner's an alcoholic. You're willing to build your confidence to have a better relationship, but they're not willing to stop drinking. Now, you keep putting in all the effort, but they're not doing anything for you. And that really will prove to you how much if they care about the relationship and how they feel about you. Because if they truly loved you and truly felt like they needed to do something for you, then they would get help for it, or they would learn to better themselves. If they don't do it, then you can really tell how the relationship's going to go. Don't stop doing what you did in the first place to get your partner. A lot of people will, send good morning and good night text messages, give love letters, post on their partner's wall or whatever. But then once they get in the relationship and the person's theirs, and a few months down the road, they just stop doing it. They get lazy. They don't care. And, they feel like, oh, well, I did it all in the beginning and I got them. They're mine now and they're not going to leave. So what's the point of saying that stuff? There is a good point to keep doing that stuff because everyone likes to be reminded they are appreciated, loved, and cared for. And if you and or your partner aren't doing what you did in the first place, then it's probably not going to work because you or your partner fell in love with the person in the first place. That person that said all those loving things but was also themselves, who wrote all those love letters but was also themselves, who reminded you that they loved you but was also themselves. And once that stops, your feelings start to fade, you fall out of love, and you feel like you're not good enough anymore, or your partner doesn't care, and the relationship will fail. And also, don't accept the love you think you deserve if you know it's not right. If your partner is abusing you physically, mentally, emotionally, sexually, leave. If your partner is accusing you of cheating all the time, leave. If you're not doing it, of course. If your partner is more absorbed in themselves than you, then leave. If your partner does not appreciate you and doesn't see all the things you do for them, then leave. A lot of people go through stuff in their lives. Like, let's say they have a bad father who used to hurt them a lot. That's the only love they know, so that's what they continue to get from guys, and they accept it. It's not right. Everyone deserves to be loved and to be cared for and appreciated and desired and adored. And if your partner isn't giving you all of that, doesn't make you happy, you're crying on a daily basis, you're miserable, you need to leave. As, totally hard as that sounds and how it may be, that's how it needs to be. Unless that person can prove to you that they're better and that they're going to put in what they can for the relationship, then it's time to move on and find someone who can do that stuff for you. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helped in some sort of way, even if I look like complete shit and I'm sick and my voice sounds weird. Either way, I hope you have a great day and that you can give me some responses. Bye.